Today's video, I want to share with y'all how to pick the right sample for the right beat. What's good? I'm Real Deal. If you don't know me by now, go ahead and find out. As a music producer and rapper, I definitely only stick to boom bap. So this is actually very, very short because the only thing I have to explain to y'all, I was like literally gonna dive in and I was like, one of my problems is that I love to drag out what I have to say. Let's get right to it. So when it comes to hip hop and when it comes to sampling, usually, like I said, the categories that we go and sample is usually soul, funk, disco, jazz. But it depends on what you're trying to do and what feeling you're trying to convey that will get you the results that you want. So one thing I realized this morning, actually when I was trying to look for samples, was that if you're trying to make something like Pete Rock, something like Jay Dilla, the best thing for you to do is to find a jazz sample. Something with some horns, something with some piano melodies, something with some keys. Disco and funk usually are fun for those as well. Like you'll probably find like a disco album, like a disco track, and that will be what you use to create that's the sample that you might use to create your beat. Now, the reason why these things vary and it gives you a different sound, it all comes down to the vocal chops. And vocal chops have been around for as long as I can remember, but it wasn't until Kanye kind of stepped into the scene that it became popular, the chipmunk sound, where you pitch up the sample and you chop it up and then you're like, And in order for you to get that sound, which is a little further down the line as far as the hip hop history goes, it's a little less boom bap and a lot more just hip hop. I don't know how to I really don't know what to call it. Like, for the sake, I sometimes I'm embarrassed about how much I love hip hop and how much hip hop means to me. And then I don't know what to call early 2000s hip hop rather than just early 2000s hip hop. But there has to be a name for it, right? I mean, if you know what the name of it is, let me know because I really would love to know. We got around that area. When we got to that part of hip hop, that's when we started using soul samples. So if you want something with a vocal chop, kind of like Kanye type production, kind of like the Alchemist in the 2000s, then Just Blaze as well, you're probably looking for something with, you're looking for a soul song for a soul sample. You know what I'm saying? One example I can give you is 50 Cent's Girlfriend. One of my favorite songs of all time is Silly Wasn't I. And he used that song to, like, that song was sampled and they pitched it up and you literally hear it in the beginning. And it's like the best part of the song. It literally is the best part of the song. All I did was cry, silly. It was literally the beginning of the song and he just made the song. And that's why it's important. Pick the right sample and chop it the right way. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to grab a jazz sample and I'm just going to put it over a simple drum pattern. And then I'm going to grab a soul sample and do the same thing. And I'm going to show you the difference. So, check it out. Ready? These are the soul samples I'm looking at. I'm on Sample Pack Sacred Gold Volume 1 on Splice. Y'all know I love Splice. And it sounds like this.
Every time I'm with you, girl, you make me everybody sees it too. Thought our love was true.
So for this one, I'll probably grab Thought Our Love Was True, Thought Our Love Was True, Thought Our Love, Thought Our Love, Thought Our Love Was True. And just like that, I created the loop. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to show you how I do it.
Every time I'm with you, girl, you make me
I'm not even going to look at any other sample.
sees it
I mean, I might. I just can't help myself.
every night.
See, this one's already pitched. But like, for example, if that one was already pitched, I would have just pitched it and it would have sounded like that. Basically what I'm trying to get at.
You keep on running. You didn't wanna know.
Alright, here we go. So, I'm going to go on live. I'm going to put it in simpler. Every time. And we're just dragging Alright. There you go. So what is it?
Every time girl, you make me everybody sees. Thought our love was true. Thought our love was true. Thought our love was true.
That's it. That's it.
Thought our love was true. Thought our love was true. Thought our love was true.
But now we gotta pitch it up so it gives that chipmunk sound. So we're gonna go 1 semitone.
Everybody sees. Thought our love was true. Thought our love was true.
When you transpose, it also speeds it up. So that's when it starts.
Thought our love was true.
Alright, here we go.
Thought our love was true. Thought our love was true.
Okay. Alright, here we go.
Thought our love was true. 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 Thought our love was true.
Okay. Hey.
Thought our love was true. 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 Thought our love was true.
Alright, and what better way to intro the song than to use a clip from the actual sample and use that as an intro. So
And I can leave my heart out, left me high and dry. So don't we make this thing work? Thought our love was true. 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 Thought our love was true.
alright, so now I'm literally just gonna take out the sample I chopped as well as the key melody I added, and I'm just going to find a jazz sample or maybe a disco sample, and I'm gonna do the same thing, chop it up and create a different melody, and we're gonna hear the difference. Alright, so I just found the sample pack today. It's called Intimate Jazz Cuts 2. I'm just gonna find the sample I vibe with, and I'm just gonna chop it up. That's it.
I can hear it all the time.
Alright, there you have it. Let me know what you think of this beat. Let me know what you think of the other beat. I'm definitely going to finish this one because these are the vibes I'm into. Let me know which one you preferred. But like I said, as far as sampling goes, you can sample pretty much anything and make it sound however you want. But at the foundation of boom bap hip hop, you find a nice jazz sound and you make it yours, and you just create a nice little simple 4-bar loop, because at the end of the day, as cool as the beat sounds, it's all about what the MC spits. And my name is Dylon, and I spit hot fire. Just kidding, my name is not Dylon. It's real deal. Please. It's real deal. I really do love y'all. Peace.